Hey guys, Rock here. It's April 15th, I believe. Today I got a 2003 Polaris Magnum 330. We're going to go ahead and check that out, and we're going to do a test ride. So yeah, this is the machine. As you can see, a little beat up. Front plastic's busted. This is busted. It's supposed to be a little lower there. I mean, you know, the main plastics aren't in bad shape, and you know, it's a cheap machine. It's an 03, so it's fairly old. It is four-wheel drive, fully automatic, like most Polaris machines. But anyways, let's just hop right on this, try it out. All right, so hop on. Key switch, put it in neutral. It's kind of a weird setup, but on the kill switch you actually push up, and that's how she starts, like that. So a little gas. Oh, I guess it was in reverse. So you can be in gear anyways, but we'll get going. So little 330, try it out. I still gotta go through this machine. Been sitting a while, got a little hesitation to it, so I'm guessing it just needs a carb clean. But we'll get on to her here. At the end I'll do a little top speed video. I don't think it's gonna be very impressive with this. But hey, it's a four-wheel drive, full-size ATV, you know, fits me comfortably. It does have a solid rear axle in the back, so it's solid rear axle in the back, so it's good for towing and stuff like that. Not sure on the power wise, but yeah, we'll try her out. We'll try the four-wheel drive system out, all that, and just see how she goes. It actually rides fairly well. Of course, you get your Polaris McPherson struts up front, and then one monoshock in the back that is preload adjustable. Now this thing, I'm holding it wide open right here. It is far from a powerhouse. This engine it's air cooled, well, oil cooled. It has an oil cooler on it, but no liquid cooling, so no coolant to worry about. So we're gonna come up on the rock pile up here, give it a good run, check the four-wheel drive out, and we'll also be able to test the ground clearance, which there's not a ton. And I got a couple of little trees down here, so try out the low range, full all-wheel drive, I should say, because it's all-wheel drive, not four. It actually works very well. Yeah, that's pretty good. So I might as well cruise in low range, see what we can do. This is probably about as fast as you want to go in low range with this. Now this is going to be a cheap machine. This is probably, I don't know, $1,000, $1,200, probably $1,000 as is. But so it's not a big money machine, but it's still, you know, a lot of people could have fun with it or work with it or whatnot. These three, yeah, a little low, but that all-wheel drive definitely helps out. Whoa, should have put my boots on. Almost. Didn't need much of a help, but yeah, that all-wheel drive system works very well. Still a little hesitation. It starts to open up. I'm guessing the main jet's a little clogged up. Could be just from bad gas too. But yeah, this is it's a decent machine. I'll throw it back in high range. You know, it's a quiet running machine, you know, especially if you're not getting onto the throttle too much. Now this has so a solid rear axle in the back, so you don't have to worry about any CV boots or anything like that back there. Up front you do have 2 CV boots. You have one on the outer of the left and the right. The inner CV is actually a U-joint, so it's a little bit different. Polaris used that setup on a few of their earlier model Sportsmans and Magnums, and probably some other models too. Actually, my diesel's like that. Now I was gonna say I'm not sure on the engine braking, but this does not seem to have any. It just freewheels down the hill when you let go of the gas. So just get back onto the gas a little bit and she'll slow down. And it's got Polaris's known one handle for your brake, and it controls everything. Or you got your rear pedal on the floor there. Good. Getting out here, so we're gonna get on the higher speed portion of the trail and see what we can get for a top speed. Like I said, I'd be lucky to get 40, I think, but it's just, yeah. And I do get this thing in 2-wheel drive. We'll see what we can do. This is maxed out right here. Well, I don't know if that was skipping or if I was actually hitting the rev limiter. This is the first 330 I've had. Pretty much the same as the 325 also. So I'm not sure what the top speed should be on this thing, but if you're gonna buy a 330 Magnum, you shouldn't be concerned with top speed. Let me put it that way. But if you just want to cruise these roads or whatnot, you know, a little bit of throttle, this speed, this thing goes really nice, actually. It does. It rides good. Predictable handling with the solid rear swing arm. But right there, that is maxed out, full throttle. A little bit of an uphill, so Boy, this thing might be closer to 30 miles an hour. It does not feel fast, which is alright. Alright, here it is. Big moment. Full throttle. Like I said, it would do a little better because I can tell there's a little hesitation in there, but we're getting up there. No speedo on this, so we're just gonna have to go off the GPS on the camera here. That's all she's got. It's getting up there in RPMs, but I think it could go a little faster. Yep, that's all we're gonna get out of this thing. Whether that's all she's got, I'm not sure, but hey, it is what it is. Little 330 Magnum. This is an 03. Good little machine. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm gonna have some more on here pretty soon, hopefully, and thanks for watching.